baby, I notice, cause how you carry yourself. Ain't tripping out about clubbing, but how you building your wealth. You went to school.
Hello out there, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Please Advise, which I hope is becoming one of your favorite advice channels. Today I have with me two of St. Louis' finest rising stars, KamSwurve and Danny Kam. Say what's up to the people.
What it do?
What's going on, y'all, man? How y'all doing, man?
How y'all doing, man? We appreciate you having us, Tam, for real.
No, I definitely appreciate you guys coming. We have a lot to talk about today. You guys have a lot going on, not only together but also individually, and I want to get into all of that. But before we get into that, I always ask people, how did they come up with their stage name or whatever name they decide to go by? So how did y'all come up with that?
You want to go first?
Well, my first name is Danny, and my last name starts with a G. And it's just that simple, you know what I'm saying? I stuck to what I knew, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I had like this whack ass rapper name at first, like it was The Prophet. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that was my first rap name ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yeah, my name is The Prophet. But, that, you know what I'm saying? That was just like, I went into my whole, like, I just always want to be myself. Authentic, always. You know what I'm saying? So, I just stuck with the Danny G. So, that's what I am today.
That's what's up. That's what's up. How about you, Kam?
Man, so my stage name actually comes from my older brother.
Okay.
My older brother was named Swerve. And so I'm Young Swerve. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Straight up.
So was he a musician, or it was just Swerve just because it was just Swerve, or was that his stage name?
Man, so it kind of just was like a nickname for him, you know what I mean? Cause I mean, I almost said yeah, but I had to think about it, you know what I'm saying? Cause he used to make music as well.
Okay.
But he never went by Swerve. He went by Ace. It just was something that I borrowed from him. I literally asked him, like, hey, you mind if I like take this as my name? You know what I'm saying? And he didn't mind or anything like that, so I took it and ran with it, man, straight up. Cool. He was an influence to me more so than
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
there we go. Where you guys from?
St. Louis, Missouri, born and raised.
Okay. Just like me.
I'm from Florida, but yeah, I'm from Florida.
What part of Florida?
I'm from Orlando, Florida, and I came here when I was 15 years old after my grandmother passed away.
Sorry to hear.
And then from there, I stayed here from like 10th grade to senior year. Then I graduated from McClure North, so I graduated from here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then I went to the military after I got 18. I went to the military for 10 years. So I just moved back here, you know what I'm saying, to St. Louis.
Okay.
Are you from St. Louis?
I am. Born and raised here as well.
Really?
Born and raised here as well. Just like you, I turned 18 and went to the military as well. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Even though you went to, a lesser service, but I mean, you still served. I appreciate that.
No, actually, I did.
What did you do?
Hold on, stop. Actually, I did start off with in the Navy. I was a CS.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So I know why you just did that. But eventually, I manned up and went to the Army. Yeah, that's how that happened. Yeah, so I did start off in the Navy. Technically.
So you did the Navy though?
I did.
Unfortunately.
In the world's greatest Navy, I served 7 good years.
Yeah, man, I did the swim team.
He was actually a great swimmer.
So how long have y'all known each other?
For about 11, 12 years now, too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So y'all knew each other before you left. So during high school, you graduated from McClure too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because eventually I promised I was going to get to how y'all met. Okay, so y'all meet each other. Y'all cool.
He was a great swimmer. That's what that's how I knew who he was. Like,
okay. You was on a swim team?
Never, nigga. Yeah. I knew you before the swim team.
No, like that's how I knew of you.
No, never, bruh.
Bro, you have to understand.
When you come to McClure North?
When I came there my 11th grade year, I knew you. Yes, I did. In 10th grade, I went to Hazelwood Central. Then I moved to McClure. area. So that's why everybody get this so mixed up because
I feel like I knew you like for
that's why everyone says this all the time about me because I've been around so long. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like entertain me into their life so much.
Hey, you don't be there?
Yeah, no. So 10th grade year, I was in.
You really thinking?
I was in Hazelwood Central. In Hazelwood Central, that's why I know so many people. You know what I'm saying?
Because you went to several high schools.
Because I moved on the north side by Woes. When I first initially moved here, I was going to go to school over there, so I started making friends over there.
I feel like I could prove this dude wrong, man. I'm trying to think, man.
And then my 10th grade year, I was at Hazelwood Central. That's why I know so many people at Hazelwood Central.
Okay.
And then my 11th grade year, my mother decided to move to North County. So then we went to McClure North. So of course I knew everybody. I didn't play any sports or anything. I literally knew everybody just off of who I was and like, you know what I'm saying, I guess how cool I was, you know what I'm saying. But I knew him because he was the only black American guy on the damn swim team, and he will wear the medals that he will win all the time.
Also, you was a swimmer.
No, yeah, I was fucking him up.
Yeah, like he was literally cold as swim. Yeah,
I was like that nigga, and I didn't know it at the time, like, but yeah, it just turned out to be that way. It was crazy, man, because it's like he's saying, man, like, don't get me wrong, it was a couple other black dudes on the team, but they wasn't like black dudes, you know what I'm saying? I remember my first like swim meet, like where like, you know, you in class and they like, yo, the swimmers need to leave early for this bus because they gotta go to another school and shit.
Right.
And I was kind of like a class clown, you know what I'm saying? I would always be fooling or something. I had jokes, you know what I'm saying? Or just me being me in general, but the first time I had my swim meet, you know what I'm saying, they hit the intercom like, yo, you know what I'm saying, let the swimmers out to go. You know, I naturally just like, this, I ain't playing today, you know what I'm saying? I'm packing my stuff up to go, I'm leaving. My teacher like, hey man, come on man, not today. Like, go sit back down. I'm like, no, I swear to God, like, I'm on the swim team. Even the class laughing because the students know by this time, you know what I'm saying? But the teacher like, nah, man, let me go check my email. He finally looked and was like, damn, it's real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, but
That's what's up. So you say you won medals. Like, what champion have you won? Like, what medals?
Man, from relays to breaststroke, freestyle, I wouldn't say any long distance. I was more so a sprinter, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of relays, but I was a savage at breaststroke, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. I used to high jump, you know what I'm saying? And so
is it with the when they come out the water?
No, high jump is track and field where you.
So we done switch sports.
Yeah. And so I'm saying.
I get what
Did you switch too?
Yeah. I get.
So I'm the only one that didn't switch.
Yeah. He was saying,
When did you switch?
No, just now.
He just did it. He just did it.
So
he was just putting them together of why they work together.
Okay.
So I used to high jump, and high jump is, you know, height. You know what I'm saying? And so like with the way I would swim, I could jump super high. So, you know, starting off the blocks,
that's a jump.
I shoot the fuck off.
So you halfway down the pool already.
I literally wish I still have the footage, you know what I'm saying? Like my coach recorded it one time.
And this man always been like this, like lanky like this too.
Yeah, and like he sent me the footage, you know what I'm saying? But it was so long ago. But it was like of me in a race and like me jumping off the blocks versus everybody else. Like by the time everybody else was in the water, I'm still like in the air.
Still.
Yeah, and then I would hit the water and then I would go under, and it's called a streamline. So, you know, and so, you know, you just hold that for as long until your shits die out.
Yeah.
You come up and I would 1, 2 hit that wall and I'm going
already
back the other way.
Because you done jumped half the way.
Yeah. Straight up. So for the relays, you know, they would be like, put them on that breaststroke. Right. And then for the 100, they like, yeah, let them go ahead, get out there.
That's what's
And so
up.
within 2 years' time, I became like that cat. Like my first year, it was like they was like, this dude, he can actually swim, but we need to build him up, you know what I'm saying? And so over time, I got better. In my second year, I just was killing him.
So that's what you did, like primarily through high school. You was a swimmer and then you ran track.
Yeah, just my junior, senior year, just randomly started. I used to like hoop.
What was high school like for you?
Man, I used to get picked on all the time. They used to
I feel like he lied.
Nah, man, they used to be on his ass, man. It was crazy.
Yeah,
man.
they used to take my lunch money. Nah, I'm just playing. No. What high school was like for me, man, I always looked good. You know what I'm saying? I always been a good looking gentleman. So I moved through high school off my looks. You know what I'm saying? I would think, but I always been like a genuine cool guy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I didn't really play no sports or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was.
So you was the cool guy.
Yeah, I was just genuinely cool. Like I was cool with Cam, the swimmers, and the basketball players, and
how did
the
y'all
thugs
meet?
and blah blah blah. Like, this is where he can probably tell like a specific story. I can tell you like where I knew him from. You know what I'm saying? Like specifically, like, oh yeah, I knew Cam was a swimmer. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's the black dude that swim. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like,
Right.
dude,
You know what I'm saying?
what would you say?
But-
I'm like, how would we have?
But I would say because in high school I would say this is what people would say they know me for.
Okay.
So I was in this group called the North Heads. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like not. Well, go ahead. But that ain't why.
which translates to I was like what was that dude back in the day who used to freak dance and put his shirt over his head and all that shit and grind in the basement and shit like that.
Okay.
You know, Jay Smooth and what's that dude name? Dang man, y'all ain't used to freak dance to him and shit back in your day, man.
I don't
like
know what
freak dance. Man, you know, like,
come on, man. Pretty
like,
Ricky.
Like
That
Pretty
part,
Ricky
see,
grind.
when Pretty Ricky and stuff came out, I was already a grown up.
I know
So,
that, but still.
I wasn't really.
You was a 20-year-old grown up. You wasn't no deep 50,
I don't know if
60-year-old grown up. You know what was
I wasn't correct, but at the same time, I was already gone to the military. I didn't experience my early 20s like.
You did not. You was partying
I'm like-
and all that extra shit, right? Yeah,
Like, we
drinking
was
and shit
in-
like
yeah,
that.
like, my 20s
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
it was a
shit
little different. It was a little
different. So I
different.
went to the military. too,
Exactly. So
I know.
you know, our
Yeah, I
younger
know.
20s were a
Like,
little different.
Cause his 20s ain't my 20s.
Exactly.
His 20s
exactly.
ain't my 20s.
Right.
Like,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Though. No.
Yeah, so I
straight get both
understand.
sides.
You get it?
but
You see what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
understand what you're
Yeah.
saying. Like you were.
Like, I
in
knew that song was out, yes, but it didn't.
If you were not in the military, I would call your bluff. But you were in the military, so you do. But anybody who's looking at this, they gonna know about the basement days when you was in the basement freaking on
the
women
basement
and
parties.
you know what I'm saying, basement parties and all that type of joints. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were the guys that was doing that was freaking on women and all that. So we were notorious for like going to like I would say basketball games and blah blah blah, like painting our chests. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Getting
see,
the
they weren't
crowd
doing that
hyped.
when I was in high
We was
school.
doing we was doing crazy shit like that.
Oh.
And also, we would also do like set up pranks and shit like that.
Mm.
We would do like pranks. We would do like egg people shit. Like we would do shit like that. But
Yeah.
but we would set up like the senior pranks and shit.
Okay,
Like that's what
okay.
I'm saying. Like
Okay.
So
Yeah,
people
you
knew
wanna know-
us. People knew us off of these
Off of
type
that.
of activities. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I would say that everybody that I met in McClure North, I would meet like in these particular instances when I was doing something, and I would say Cam and I had to meet at one of these instances where I was
That's what
just
I was
doing
gonna
something.
say. I'm
You know
like-
what I'm
I'm
saying? Like I was
Okay.
doing something, and I knew who he was already because he was the, you know what I'm saying, who he was, and he knew who I was, and we were just like, oh, we cool, and then like. Come to find out, like I said, we like alike and shit like that. Like we
Yeah.
extra cool now. Like so, it's not hard to really miss when you genuinely cool or will be cool with somebody. So you know.
I get that. I get that.
No, straight up. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I feel like I don't know you from the North Heads. I feel like I know you from like just knowing like, oh no, that's Danny, but he in the North Heads. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
okay.
like, it just was like, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to be 100% honest, I would feel like everybody that we went to high school with, even while we was in high school, damn near didn't know. Like, them niggas fuck with each other.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying? I would be at his crib.
Yeah,
he
Cam
would
and
be
I
at my
was
crib,
cool
you
to
know
cook
what I'm
in
saying?
high school.
Okay.
Straight
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I be driving
this-
my daddy truck and shit, you know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Like he would come pick me up in his whip. Like this man used to be
Nigga
the
from
dude that
Mickey
had like.
D's and all types of shit.
I used to work at
like,
McDonald's and shit. Like,
Uh-huh.
he used to have like this car with beats in it and shit. So you know that was big back in the day.
Yeah.
And he was one of the dudes that hooked people's shit up. You know,
Oh,
they
okay.
radios, they
My
beats.
shit was
His
slapping.
shit was
I bet.
slapping. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right. So you know, everybody wanted to be cool with people like that too. So it
Right.
was like, oh yeah. So we was all cool, and I had my job, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have no slap, but I had my own car and shit like that.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? We was all just chilling and cool shit, like, so yeah. It was,
So yeah, you had a car in high school.
yeah, big facts. Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
We had a car in high school. Shit.
I always wanted a car in high school, but I never had one. But
And that's what I was actually finna say.
mhm.
I've told these types of stories to my brother, and like how you just said, like my 20s ain't your 20s.
Mhm.
He basically, when I told him the type of shit that like I've done in high school and college,
Mhm.
he even kind of said what he said and was like,
Yeah, we weren't doing that when I was
such a
in.
movie, like a movie like high school.
Like, y'all don't know.
Right, we didn't.
Yeah, that's what I went. I was like, y'all wasn't like.
No, we didn't have it. That's what I'm like, well, yeah.
What was y'all doing in high school? Like,
I
y'all
mean-
wasn't having pep rallies? Yes, y'all was.
Yeah, we was having pep rallies, but
that's what we had. We was having pep rallies. It was motherfuckers hype at y'all pep rallies.
Yeah, that's
we
what I
just
feel,
went
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
We had shirts on with "Please Advise" on that mug, and nobody thought of that just at that time at our school, and we just so happily did it. You know
it
what I'm
just,
saying?
I don't know. I guess maybe, I don't know. It just sounds, when younger people talk about their high school years, it always seems, like you said, like a movie. Like,
yeah,
wow.
like,
we
I
didn't
get
do
it though. You know what I'm saying?
that.
Like
Yeah,
it sounds
Like ours
novelty.
was lit, I guess, in its own way, but
Yeah.
like the next generations, y'all seem like a movie.
I get it. I get it. Cause I
It
mean,
is.
in
Well,
my
maybe
mind,
I just don't remember, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm like that with my childhood. I don't remember a lot of my childhood. That's how I am. Like, I don't remember me as a kid a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. But adult wise, I remember everything.
You remember all that?
Yeah.
All that. Okay, so you go off to the military. Okay, so when you decided to go out, and this may be a little personal, but when you decided to go out to the military, I know, I was real cool and everything like that. So was it ever a discussion of we both gonna go, or was it just like, how did that all come about, if you don't mind?
Nah, big facts. I had a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Okay.
I was a cool guy. You know what I'm saying? I had women and shit. So you know, I was the one prominent to have a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I had a kid straight out of high school. So when that happened, I was like, man, I just gotta do something. Yeah. So my first thought, my big brother went to the military.
Okay.
He went to the Navy. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go to the Navy. So that was what I did.
Okay.
for me, I went to school, man. But I wouldn't join
Where'd you go to
the
school?
service. I went to McKendree and actually Culver Stockton.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that was just kind of a random thing, man. Man, I grew up differently. So what happened with me is I chose my schooling based up on my sports. You know what I mean? And my friend group type. So that's why.
Go ahead.
That's where I fucked up. To me, if you ask me, you know what I'm saying? I chose track over swimming. But that's because I looked at track and was like, I'm gonna go hang with my niggas, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's what I went to school, you know what I'm saying?
What are those local schools here?
Yeah, both are one's in Missouri, one's in Illinois.
Okay.
I did Culver Stockton for 2 years, and then I did McKendree for about I want to say a year? Nah, maybe not even that. But then I dropped out, yeah.
So, I can't even. Okay, so I know what I want to ask, but I don't know how to segue into it. So, after y'all, did y'all stay in contact while you going in the military, or?
Yeah, that's always been my dog. Like every time I come back from like on leave and shit, like I'm coming to focus for her.
Okay,
okay. Yeah. Like every time, like I came back, I focused.
So, are you doing music at this point? Like, when does the whole music become a thing? I guess that's where I'm trying to go with this.
So for me, I had always rapped throughout high school.
Okay.
Like I've always been rapping since like knee high, you know what I mean? But it was always with like my brothers and shit, you know what I'm saying? So when I got into high school, nobody around me really knew that I could rap until a particular moment that happened, and then there was kind of some light that was shined on me. It was some other cats that used to rap. You remember that Trouble Squad shit? Really? Okay. Well, it was some cats that made music. or whatever. Basically, I kind of had a quarrel with one of them, and that's just when it got highlighted that I could rap. You know what I'm saying? And my friend group just used to make fun of me for it. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of kept it low until I got into my senior year, and then after I graduated, I really kind of decided to go in. Once I like asked my brother for the name, you know what I'm saying? So.
And what about you?
Yeah, I always did music too.
Okay.
Like, throughout this whole me talking about the high school and stuff, everybody knew like I rap. You know what I'm saying? But of course, like in high school, I think we didn't have like the equipment and the drive to do it as much. You know what I'm saying? But I would say everybody always knew I rap because people would call me on the phone and be like, "Hey, could you sing?" Because I like got a little melody behind me. You heard me a little bit. You feel me?
I did. I definitely did.
Yeah,
I definitely did.
So yeah, people would call me and be like, "Hey, sing to this girl for me," or be like, "Hey, rap something." You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, "Hey," you know, and do this shit. So, but yeah, I really got on music after I got out, you know what I'm saying, of school.
Okay. That's what's up. So, you come back from the military.
Fact.
Y'all hit back up. So, what's the first, I guess, project that y'all do together? Or if that's even a question I want to ask, or I guess this is the question I want to ask. Like, are y'all full-time musicians now, or are y'all like
Don't worry, man. Get it out.
No, most definitely.
No, because I wanted to ask this before we came off film so that I wouldn't have these
most definitely.
blank
You
spots,
tried to ask us this before.
Yes.
I'll put this on camera. You tried to ask us this before, and we stopped you in your tracks because we heard what you were going to ask us, and we said we want you to wait till you get on camera. And this is why you say you wanted to ask us first. So it's not because you're not prepared. It's because we literally stops
me from asking earlier. Okay, so are you guys a rap duo or are you guys individual artists? That is the question I want to know. And then from that question, I know where I want to go next.
So I'm gonna say this. Right now, Swurve and I are focused on being a duo. You know what I'm saying? Because, and I'll tell you why we're focused on being a duo. I mean, if he doesn't feel this way, he can tell you this is too. You know what I'm saying? But we're focused on being a duo at this point because we move further together. I mean, we move further together. You know what I'm saying?
Power in numbers.
You know, and we literally realize that. You know. Throughout this whole experience, I've told you like he's known me for a group of North Heads. That's actually my individuality that I have. I'm a North Head. You know what I'm saying? That's my group. That's what I LLC under. That's my shit. You know what I'm saying? North Heads. You know what I'm saying? And he also has an individual group, and he's also an individual of Dream Team. You know what I'm saying? That's what he do. That's what I know him for always. You know what I'm saying? In school, I've known him for that. But I am also Dream Team. Just like he is also North Head. You know what I'm saying? And he will tell you that verbatim, you know what I'm saying? And we are like yin and yang, and you couldn't tell us differently. So once we realized that, we started moving further together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're individuals, of course, you know what I'm saying? You can ask him to perform one of his songs, I guess, you know what I'm saying, if you like one of his songs, and he'll perform that motherfucker. And you can ask me if you listen to my shit and be like, oh yeah, I fuck with your shit. I want you to perform. And I'll come fuck with your shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also gonna refer you to what we got, you know what I'm saying? Which is stronger than anything.
Snack Tray over there is probably all different companies, but probably it's like all owned by like Coca-Cola.
Yeah, motherfucker slapping.
You know what I'm saying?
I tell you what, that is the best explanation
we spreading the
y'all could have given. Y'all could have given. That was great, and that's really what I wanted to know. That's really what I wanted to know. So, I guess where I want to go from there is I want to talk about y'all, I guess, individually first, and then we'll talk about the duo.
Fact.
So, who came out with their first individual project?
When you come out with your shit first?
I don't even know.
Because I came out with Ambition in 2013 or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man. I definitely. I would say I probably put my first shit out in like 2010.
Okay, so 2010. Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
how did, since he went first, we'll talk about him first. So how did that come about?
Like I said, it was part of me accumulating the name from my brother. And at that point in time, 2010, I'm in college. So like I said, my friends in high school now kind of knew that I could rap. You know what I'm saying? It was a moment where I had a homie named Jamar. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jamar. You know what I'm saying? But basically, them boys used to go party a lot. You know what I mean? And they used to play beer pong. You know what I'm saying? And they used to win a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where the Dream Team came from. Okay. They were always on the ping pong table winning, calling themselves the Dream Team. And so the more parties we went to, people would be like, the Dream Team's here. And I'm in the Dream Team. But now the Dream Team got a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
And so now we need you to rap too.
We in the party. And let Kam rap real quick.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? And so after I really kind of got into college, you know what I'm saying, and then my like friend group had started to realize that I could rap, and I acquired the name from my brother, you know what I'm saying, I just was like, I'm gonna go serious with it, you know what I mean. I wasn't enjoying myself the most in school, you know what I mean. The school that I went to was actually in the middle of nowhere with just white people, you know what I'm saying, to be 100% honest. And so I would literally just barricade myself in my room. Like people would literally be like in shock when they see me outside the dorm, and I would always do like crazy stuff on purpose just because I would know that they like, hey, he's out. Like, you know what I'm saying? People would be like, we know when he's woke because music's on.
Okay.
We know when he's asleep because music's off. Quiet. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, once I just acquired the name, and it just kind of took off from itself, from me being in that room, straight up. That's what's up.
That's what's up. What about you, Danny?
So, I want to say, like around when I got out of high school, I went to the Navy. I got kicked out the Navy like in a year, so I had to come back to St. Louis. That's why I left the Navy. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up.
I was not gonna ask.
Yeah, no, we good. So I ended up getting kicked out the Navy. I was only in the Navy for a year, so I kind of gotta put in like I was in college here, for like a year, but then I went off to the Army. You know what I'm saying? You remember that little spiel when I was going to Mizzou and all that shit, and I was in UMSL all the time and going to Mizzou parties and all that shit. Y'all remember that? We was going up there with Vail and shit.
In the like back of my mind.
Yeah, like when we was dancing at all the college parties and shit and all that extra shit.
Oh, cause you was still a North Head.
Yeah, facts. So after like high school, we transitioned to college North Head life. Low key, you know what I'm saying? So that's when we put out a North Head project. Okay. You know what I'm saying? All together. And then from there is when I decided like, man, I'm not making no money doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was working at UPS and some old shit, you know what I'm saying? At FedEx. I had got a job at FedEx. So, and then I had started talking to this new woman and shit, and she was like an adult woman type shit. So she was like, oh, you gotta do something. You can't just be going to parties, you know what I'm saying, and doing college work. And, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I went to the Army, you know what I'm saying? So in 2013 is when I did the Ambition project, you know what I'm saying? Because that's when we were kind of like, I was kind of back and forth here and in Texas. Texas is where I was first originally stationed at in Fort Hood, you know what I'm saying? So I was throwing shows and stuff here. I threw like 2 shows here while I was back in Texas. So I was like coming back here. So while I was on the way back and forth from here to there, I dropped the Ambition project, which was like my first solo project I did on my own. And why I did that project, I don't know. I just wanted to do something solo by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I was capable of doing it. You know, like it just takes a lot to do a project by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's kind of how like my individuality or my first project came about.
Okay, that's what's up. So what made y'all decide to combine y'all efforts, if that's the right term I want to use?
Yeah, combine y'all efforts. Yeah. Nah, that's tight.
I would say just through one our friendship bond, but then also looking around and surveying what's going on. You know what I mean? If you ask me, there's a lot of people that do what we do in the same field, same line of work, but the biggest thing that they lack is a team, which we don't fully have developed yet, you know what I'm saying? But we have people that are dedicated to us. And the moment that we dedicated ourselves to each other, we just had double the amount. And like he said, man, the speed and how much further we moved in such an amount of time has been just so much more better for both of us. And then I think it's a combination of us having this app, you know what I'm saying, KamSwurve.app, where we release all our music, you know what I mean. I think it was just a combination of all of those things. I released my first album on the app, and it was my most successful album with the least amount of listeners. You know what I mean? And he was the first person that like I really got to tell this to. Okay. But then as I told them this, they really grasped what I was saying. You know what I mean? And from there, he just, and these be the type of things that me and him talk about on the phone. You know what I mean? But he's the guy that got behind me and was just like, bro, I believe in you. You know what I mean? And so once, you know, you have somebody behind you saying things like that, you know what I mean? It pushed my drive on it to continue doing it. And, you know, and as he just kept saying he got my back, you know what I mean? It just translated into us making music, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's what we're gonna get to this app in just 1 second.
No worries.
But before we get to that, I want to get to your side of that.
I want to say how we came together. So I got out the military in 2018. And once I got out the military, I was having like a real tough time transitioning.
2018, right?
I was having a tough time transitioning.
It can be challenging. Yeah, it can be, especially after a while.
Yeah, I had a heart attack. And then I was having like real bad anxiety and all that shit. Like it was just so bad for me when I got out. So like I would say like I was coming around a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was just coming around a lot because music got, you know what I'm saying, that was just therapeutic. So while I was coming around a lot, I would say one day I heard something he had recorded, this Riding Through the Lou song, you know what I'm saying? And we had always...
Man, you just fast forward.
No, I didn't. Wait, because all the extra is just extra, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
in my mind, it just...
In your mind, yeah.
In my mind, just get to it.
You hitting highlights.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, so I heard this song. I was coming around a lot, so I heard this song he had made. So I'm like, oh, that motherfucker slap. You know what I'm saying? You should let me get on it. You know what I'm saying? This dude said on another podcast that, like, he didn't want me to get on it or something like that, you know. Hey, and you know how St. Louis people is. Yeah, you know how St. Louis people, and that's why I'm from Florida. We don't do that. You know?
When he recorded the verse, I was like,
St. Louis niggas do that. I ain't want to acknowledge that. I ain't want to acknowledge that.
Hey, bro, you gotta do it again. I ain't want to record that again.
Just hate. I'm like, damn, bro.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
But Swerve, dude, and that's why me and his relationship is so prosperous though.
Yeah.
You know, we are direct as fuck with each other, you know what I'm saying? No matter how strenuous it is. we seem like, and we always like bubbly with each other, and we on the outside, and we
because
cool.
y'all friends.
Yeah, we cool. But me and him we don't get into it like bad or no shit.
I mean, obviously.
We get into it good enough, you know what I'm saying? But we always
I
be
think
cool.
it's just because we honest with each other.
Big facts.
And honesty requires strength and friction.
Like,
and friction, because you're not gonna always agree.
Yeah,
I could sit here and lie to you all day, and we can keep it smooth.
And we can keep it smooth, but that's not real friendship. So you have to go through those experiences. Yes.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, he heard the verse and he was like, oh yeah, that was a slapper. But I had been asking him for years. Like now it's years gone by. Now I'm like, every time I come back, you know what I'm saying, from the crib, I'm like, why we don't make nothing together? Why we don't make nothing together? He like, when the time's right, like he on some like hippie shit.
So funny,
like some extra hippie shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you still say that though.
Yeah. Peace. Like nobody want to hear. So it was this moment, and I'm like, oh, that's a slapper. You know what I'm saying? And he let me get on that mug, and then from there, I would say like
the time was right.
Yeah, the time was right.
Yeah, and most definitely, we started off with like in October last year.
In 21?
Yeah, in 2021, I would say that's when we decided. I was like, yo, I'll come to your crib and like stay there. You know what I'm saying? And we can just do music. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I would say last year is when I fully dedicated myself to music. You know what I'm saying? Last year, because that's when I was like, you know what I'm saying, no matter what's going on, like we gonna just do music. You know what I'm saying? And I just believe in the music so much now that that's what we gonna do.
That's what y'all doing.
So yeah.
Okay.
But see, you see how the story went forward and came back. I wasn't like literally. That's why I'm like, bro, you went so far ahead just because, like I said, like.
But that's the magic of storytelling. Like you don't have to tell it in order. You know, just like the questions I'm asking. I don't ask questions in chronological order. I just ask the questions and the stories come from there. Now, like that. Okay, so since you say you have fully dedicated, so that means you don't have a day job. You do music.
Nah, I do music. Yeah, I do music. I would say No, go ahead. Okay. Go ahead. What you about to say?
No, because I was saying I didn't want to get too invasive.
No, you good. You can ask whatever. But always with www.KamSwurve.app. Like everybody always know that. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you ask too much. But no, I'm bullshit. But no. So yeah, I'm medically retired from the military. You know, shout out to the military. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm medically retired from the military, but yeah, I do music full time. You know what I'm saying? We get bread off music. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Every day we hustle to get people. That's our hustle per se. You know what I'm saying? Like we trying to get people to, hey, we got an app. We got our own app. You know what I'm saying? I know you got Spotify. I know you got Apple Music. But, you know what I'm saying, you supporting clothing lines and that's cool, but you want to hear some good music, and I feel like our music is good. You know
I feel like it is good music as well.
Yeah, I appreciate that, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
So, I feel like that we good enough to get, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we hustle every day, you know what I'm saying, to feed the kids that I have, not he has. But yeah, I do music, and of course, I'm a streamer. You know what I'm saying? I got that love and health gaming.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely a streamer.
I told y'all we got a lot to cover. We got a lot to cover.
Definitely,
we got a lot to cover. So I want to talk about the app first. So how did the app even come about? Like what gave you, I guess, the motivation to even create an app? That's a big question. I know it is, but
so. Man, I would say I wasn't even motivated at the time. I was more so stressed out. You know what I mean? I didn't know what to do with my music.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Don't start this, cause don't start that, man.
But I didn't know what to do with my music.
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
I want to start it.
Look, no. Let me tell you. All right, hold on. Stop. Can we stop? Look, Tim.
Yes.
Do you feel as if you run this one very well and you're very articulate and all that? But how many episodes have you completed? Do you know?
Yes. I did 9 my first season, and then I did 14 last season, so 23.
So 23. Do you have that thing that you always might say and you like, why am I still saying that? Do you have a thing?
Not currently.
But you did, didn't you?
I did. I used to say a lot.
That's what he looked at me and just did. He was about to start his thing and he
so he got like a classic trained response for that question.
No, he doesn't have a trained response for your question.
Okay.
He has a thing
I got a trained way of talking.
He was doing that and he looked at me and was like, I'm about to start that. When he gets to talking about this, is when he starts doing this
okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
But his is about to kick in, and he caught himself just quickly.
I see that. That's friendship. That's friendship right there. Big friendships.
But with the app, basically, it was me not knowing what to do with my music. I tell this story about when I first learned about how to get on iTunes and Spotify, etc. It was more than a couple years ago now, because once I found out how to get on there, it didn't make me the happiest, and it was uncomfortable. But basically, I was in a room with another artist who I would go ahead and say is bigger than me. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't say he's better than me, but he's definitely... Like, you know, I'm sitting in the room with him going, yo, I need answers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there talking to him, and me and him we got a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I know him before music as well. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, man, give me answers on how you maneuvering through this shit, because in my eyes, I was going, you're maneuvering better than me. You got people spinning your shit when we go to the club. You know what I mean? Like. You got some sort of rotation, you know what I mean? And this is before everybody's on Spotify and shit like that, you know what I mean? And basically, he told me about the websites, which were, I want to say DistroKid wasn't around. It was 1 RPM. What's the other one?
Yeah, I forgot. You did say. I was trying to think of it too.
It's 1 RPM.
What's the other shit people be using? I'm not.
It's another streaming distribution service other than DistroKid that puts you on to iTunes and Spotify. But basically, once again, it was just as simple as logging onto a website and
uploading your stuff.
Put your picture there, like, you know what I mean? And this was back when nobody knew how. But this artist is sitting there telling me, like, man, to be honest, I'm not supposed to be giving you this game. You know what I mean?
Because
I got a manager. Yeah, and he like, and I've been attached to her. Yeah. And I've been paying her XYZ, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But Swurve, I fucks with you, so here's this.
Okay.
This little bit of information, do what you want with it. You know what I mean? And when I found that out, I was disgusted. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck,
that's how
man.
dare they charge me.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you gotta realize that at that moment in time, that was a gatekeeper type ordeal. Because even at that point in time, you could kind of make some good money on YouTube, iTunes, and on. I know
before
rappers
it became
right now
commercial.
Yeah, I know rappers right now that they dropped a project and they going, man, I made $800 from that. You know what I mean? Fast forward to today, they're not making that now. You know what I mean? And so when I found that out, I felt bad because once again, it was a gatekeeper thing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody would literally withhold that from you. Like, imagine you was my manager, right? And I don't even know what
where the music goes,
what's going on between us. You know what I'm saying? But for 3 months, you make sure that I pay you, and then you like, all right. After his 19th payment, it's like, now look what I done did for you. But that was like your one night's work of like, you could have had this loaded up for 10 motherfucking weeks.
On day one, this could have been out there.
And then finally, you know what I'm saying, I done paid you 37 times, and you like, I'm gonna go ahead and press enter. And then hold that in front of me. It could have been like that for somebody, you know what I mean? And so when he was telling me that, I'm like, shit, it makes me never want to go get a manager now. So what am I to do to be out here lost with this music? Even though I'm uploading it myself now, you know what I mean? it was still the same thing, you know what I mean? But I just removed the manager to see how those platforms would treat me, you know what I mean? And once I just was there doing what everybody else was doing, I became uncomfortable. I wasn't seeing the benefits, even though you could see people, you know, holding their streams up as like a reward, you know what I mean? But I'm sitting there doing the real research on like, man, what does this mean to have 1 million streams? And I'm seeing all the other artists complain, and I just was doing research, and then there was just some shit I found online, and after that it changed my focus. And then it just is a bonus that I have like a bomb ass developer in my back pocket to help me bring it all to light. So once I kind of brought it to him and said it in a certain particular way, he was kind of like, hold on, you know what I mean? Like, let's kind of like talk about this more, and let's really map it out and see what it could be. And so, I mean, what we doing right now is not necessarily the newest thing under the sun, but it works.
But it's yours.
Yeah, that too. So
that's what's up. So you release all your music there? Only?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you, Danny?
Yeah. So I have like, I would say all my newest music is on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got old music that you can find.
all my old music.
I know. I've been through there. I quite know what's on there.
Yeah. Apple Music and all that. You can find my old shit on there. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, this is the dead time that I hate. But okay, so y'all do music. You got your app going on. That's where y'all releasing music. So what do y'all have coming up? What's on the horizon for y'all?
Man, I want to say like just spreading out and getting I would say doing more shows. You know what I'm saying? Doing more shows, spreading out, becoming, how can I say, like just push the product out further. That's what
meeting
I'm saying.
more people like you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? We expanding.
That's the word I was looking for, expanding. So yeah, that's the word I'm always like just looking for. We just thinking about expanding, you know what I'm saying, from different states to different areas in Missouri, all that. But we want to start by like throwing shows in the area, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I think I was explaining this to you, like just bringing out local talent that we know that can sell out a room or people want to see locally. You know what I'm saying? But I think the underground scene just needs more spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Once we start bringing these artists out more, and you know what I'm saying, we start bringing us out more, people are going to want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because we done already fucked up a couple of spots. You know, man, people are asking us when they going to be able to see us like one-on-one or more. So we want to just throw a show or throw shows to expand out, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I would agree. The next thing that we got is just, like I said, expanding, reaching out to more people like you. You know what I mean? Because if you ask me, I would, and I don't want to say we max out, but it's like he said as well. Though we've already seen what we can do. You know what I mean? As individuals and as a group, like. Even throughout like both of our stories of saying like when we started music and stuff like that, there's shows that like people have done and they know us particularly, you know what I'm saying, North Heads, Dream Team, and they particularly go, we want y'all on this show. And I would show up as the Dream Team and he'd show up as the North Heads, and it's Danny G up there by himself and KamSwurve up there by himself, and in my mind we never even knowing that this day was gonna come. You know what I mean? But and so, like I said, all of it is just when we put it together. You know what I mean? We started moving faster. And I put out that first album, and then the second year I just slowed down to like regroup. There's a lot of updates that we're bringing to the app, and as we doing that, Danny comes along, and now we here and just. I feel like what the next logical thing to do is to take it outside.
Yeah, we're trying to meet more people like you. We really do appreciate you, Tim, for real, man.
Listen,
like we appreciate you.
Like he said, we just started in October. You know what I'm saying? And so
y'all out there. I mean, even like it was so random how we first met, because literally I was there to do something else, and y'all just happened to be there. And when y'all walked into the room and did this, I listen. I only invite people on my show that I am genuinely fans of, or that I connect with in some way. And when I first met y'all, the energy, it was the energy for me. It really was. And I was just like, who are these guys? So that's why I purposely stuck around, so I can see y'all, do whatever y'all was doing that day. And so I was like, you know what? I want to talk to them, and I want to know more about them. Like I don't know how to explain it, or I'm not trying to make it seem like it was so special or nothing like that, but for some reason, y'all energy that day when I met y'all seemed genuine. Y'all seemed down to earth. That
makes us feel
and
special. Y'all was
about y'all shit. And I admired that from right then. And then I went and did my research and saw all y'all had going on. And I'm like, I got to talk to them. I have to. So as much as y'all are thanking me, I want y'all to take away from me today that I thank you. Y'all have been great guests. Y'all came. Y'all share y'all stories. If it weren't for y'all, who would I talk to?
Nah, not like as you was thanking us. I'm like, fuck this dude thanking us, because I'm like, dude, no,
yeah, because thank you.
We feel like we need to be thanking.
No, listen, y'all.
Appreciate you for real.
I appreciate y'all. Appreciate me, I do. But I need you to know that I'm pretty sure I appreciate y'all more. Again, I only invite people on the show that I am genuinely fans of. I am fans of you guys' work. I see y'all. I saw y'all then, and I continue to see y'all. Y'all making a name for yourself. Like I'm happy to have met y'all that day. I really am. And thank you guys so very much for coming on the show and talking to me today. I've learned much more about y'all than like we've seen each other on certain occasions or whatnot. But this is the first time that we've had a chance to really talk. And thank you for this. Thank you for this. Before we wrap up, I want you to let everybody know where to find you guys. So go ahead and drop y'all socials or whatnot. This is y'all time. Talk to the people.
Man, you already know you can find me at www.KamSwurve.app alongside my dog Danny G. Social media, man, you can catch up with me at Swurve91 across all platforms.
You can find me on www.KamSwurve.app. I'm Danny G, and on all social media platforms, just Danny G-E-E. Just keep it simple.
All right, that wraps up our show. Again, thank you guys so very much for coming. Thank you guys so very much for walking. See, that's thank you guys so very much for watching. And until next time, stay tuned. That's the show.
Important, baby, I know this, cause how you carry yourself. Ain't tripping out about clubbing, but how you building your wealth. You went to school for a moment, but knew you want something else. So went and got a little job and started to stack your checks. I met you, you wasn't